Newcastle players are going to have war stories that they are going to tell their kids about. They now have a battle scar that they will remember in years and times to come. This was an absolutely great game. Forget what the scoreline is telling you now, and just hear what I'm saying. This game was absolutely marvelous and spectacular for the neutral. In basically almost the first 25 minutes, we had 4 goals already. The final scoreline doesn't tell you the full story. This was a game of moments, and Barca took theirs to the maximum. I will just tell you, kudos to Newcastle. I absolutely have nothing against them. I think they are an amazing team for the level of players they have and for how they interpret football. I respect them. My issue is with a set of fans that are called, or that we normally call, Premtats. People who aren't from La Liga. We call these people Premtats. We in La Liga, we call them Premtats because they have no ball knowledge. They have no understanding of football whatsoever. All they care about is pace, power, goals, and assist. If you have any of these traits, they consider you a world-class player, regardless of how you interpret the game or how you play. They have weird, crazy, insane takes that are outrageous to a reasonable football fan. That is who we call Premtats. Overall, the first half told a different story to the second half. This game was basically over by the 70th mark. It was dead and buried. The game was over before the 70th mark. We absolutely made Newcastle look like an amateur football team at the beginning of the second half. First half, Lamine dropped deep. He came centrally. He received the ball. He played a pass to Raphinha. I think Raphinha played the ball to Fermin. Fermin returned it to Raphinha. Boom, 1-0. As easy as that. And then Eric Garcia in the 15th minute. I was quite surprised he started. No, let me not lie and say I was surprised. But I was surprised that he wasn't fit and Flick played him. Probably because he told Flick that he was fit. So I don't blame Flick for that. So I was quite surprised when I saw Araujo warming up and then he put on his jersey. He took his training kit off and put on his jersey, and I was like, whoa, who is coming in? Was it Kubarsi? Was it Gerard Martin that was coming out? And then I saw Eric's number and his face was quite troubled. Either way, Araujo came in and he had a hand in one of the goals we conceded. He played, I think, Lewis Hall on site, or was it Harvey Barnes? But we conceded in a very Barca type of way. We are simply a team that is not interested in defending, to be honest. Our players sometimes miss the mark here or there. They just don't care when it comes to defending. And having Elanga score 2 goals at Camp Nou, He'll be one of the players that will tell his kids, I played at the Camp Nou and I scored 2 goals. It's no easy feat. But if you've been noticing lately, Barca have the habit of gifting players goals, mid players goals, players that are not good goals. So while it's not something to be proud of, you just have to love the team for who they are and what they are. We've had a large sample size to determine who we are, what our identity is, what our characteristics, good or bad. I've learned to accept who FC Barcelona are, and I love them. But if I tell you they didn't have me at the edge of my seat in the first half, I'll be lying to you. Because Cancelo almost conceded a penalty when he kind of was grabbing onto Elanga's shoulder and then Elanga fell over. It's not fun, but we just have to accept the team for what they are. Pedri was getting drowned out in the first half. I don't know. These 3 games now where Pedri hasn't looked like himself. He picked up the pace in the second half. He started dictating play more. He slowed down. He calmed the game. And I just felt in the second half precisely, Flick picked apart the man-to-man pressing that Newcastle attempt that were playing all game. So it was a game of 2 halves, as I said. Excellent game from Bernal. Bernal is turning into a scoring machine, an unlikely goal getter in this team. He has maximized the opportunity Flick has handed to him. He has grabbed it by the scruff of the neck. We are really not missing Frankie de Jong, even though we need him for his ability to dictate the tempo, to beat the press. We absolutely need Frankie. But Marc Bernal, with the attributes he possesses, has done relatively well and excellently for us, to the fact that we aren't feeling that much of an impact by the loss of Frankie. Another standout performer was Raphinha. He was absolutely amazing today. He was rightfully the man of the match. He contributed, I think, a goal and 2 assists, if I'm not wrong, to the match. I don't know why I'm saying this. Come on, let's look at the game stats and see. As we can see, Raphinha scored a brace and 2 assists, rightfully man of the match. He's turning out to be our Mr. Champions League. If we have any hope of winning this Champions League, we will need Raphinha at his absolute best, because he seemed to be the more clutch player when it comes to scoring chances and creating at a high clip. An absolutely well-deserved man of the match. Cancelo was absolutely subpar today, but I still feel he was one of the players that has played a lot. So I believe the intensity of the game got to him. I believe he's fatigued. He played 90 minutes against Sevilla, come on. And he played 90 minutes previously against Newcastle. So I have no fault. We have to speak on Gerard Martin. He had a hand in the 4th goal Fermin scored that basically ended the tie as a contest. His ball to Lamine to Fermin. Fermin was open, and he ran almost half the length of the pitch to go and convert his chance. I would say he was the best defender we had in the game today. Gerard Martin, absolutely no. He's becoming something else, and I'll never get tired of praising him. That name Maldini is worth it. He's living up to the hype, and he's making a claim to be the best centre-back we have. His pairing with Pokubasi are yet to lose a game at the Camp Nou. It's totally amazing. Almost 12, 13, 14, 15 games thereabouts. We are yet to lose any. He has been immaculate for us. Pokubasi, I don't know what the rating is saying, but he held his own today. I didn't see any fault in what he did, save for the needless yellow he got for a tackle on, I think it was Joe Linton, if I'm not mistaken. A needless tackle on Joe Linton. Yeah, as I said, Eric went out in the 21st minute, but he wasn't having any impact on the game. Juan Garcia, I really can't fault him for any goal, particularly. Maybe we can say he should have done better on the first goal, but sometimes the highline fools us into thinking it might even fool him, because he looked confused. He thought it was off. He thought it wasn't off. He didn't know whether he should go. But I think he positioned himself too early. But I'm in no position to tell Juan Garcia how to make a save. But I believe he could have done better. So this rating 6.0, I think is deserved. As I was saying about Marc Bernal that was tidy in possession today, was excellent in breaking up play, in making interceptions. Pedri, as I said rightly, he didn't have a great first half. He did try to redeem himself in the second half with he created one big chance for Yamal, where I thought Yamal should have done better, and probably his rating would have been higher if he had gotten that assist. But I think he created 2 or 3 big chances, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, he played 90 minutes. Okay, created 2 chances and 1 big chance. So I believe with the second half he played, this rating that he was given was a bit harsh. I think it was harsh. But come on, it's just a numbers game. You watch the game with your eyes, not with stats. Lamine was influential in almost everything we did today. For the first goal, even though he didn't get the assist, Lopez, Fermin gets the assist, but Lamine orchestrated it because he came deep and broke the lines. I would say, okay, he didn't have the most glamorous dribbling game, but he was quite influential in everything. He scored the penalty just before halftime for a brain fart by Trippier. He had absolutely no business trying to stop Raphinha from reaching the ball, which in my opinion he probably wouldn't have reached the ball if Trippier had let him be, but he had a brain fart at that moment. Lopez wasn't having a great game. I'll just say he wasn't having a great game, but come on. He magnets. He's a goal and assist magnet. Fermin Lopez has developed into a goal and assist magnet. And he's basically doing everything Bruno Fernandes is doing over at Manchester United. Just creating goals and scoring and getting player of the year shout out. But he didn't have an amazing game. If I'll be honest with you, he didn't have an absolutely amazing game, but he was able to score a goal and create an assist for Raphinha. Raphinha was absolutely on point today. He's back to his usual best because he's running all around, pressing, giving efforts, shooting shots, creating chances. He was absolutely great today. Lewandowski didn't have a good game, despite his tools, I'll tell you. But for hold-up play, I see the vision of why Deco wants him. I think the only reason Deco wants him is for his experience and the fact that he still have quality. Lewandowski is still a quality striker. Even though his age has slowed him down, he's not as quick as before. He might have it in his head, but his legs are slower than they used to be. But he was still able to score 2 great chances. The header, I think the 5th goal from Livramento. No, the 5th goal is from Livramento. Wasn't aware of who was behind him, and he was able to head in a corner and assist by Raphinha. Raphinha swung in a corner, and then Levy headed it in. And then the second one was created by, I think it was still Raphinha. Yes, no, not Raphinha, by Lamine. I remember Lamine still dropped in. He took on Dambon, and then he played a through ball into the path of Levy. That goal exemplifies why Deco wants him. He's still actually an important cog. For the right price, I don't mind Lewandowski still being in Barcelona. And then the last goal was gifted to Raphinha by Ramsey. I think Jacob Ramsey was attempting to play a back pass, and then it was intercepted. It was a long back pass, so it was actually very crazy. It's a perfect gift. Raphinha did the whole job. He was able to intercept it, get the ball down, and hit it with his right foot. Overall, the subs, Araujo came in for Eric. He did what was expected of him, save for the second goal where he played Javi Barnes on site. He lost Javi Barnes, and then Javi Barnes played the assist through his legs. He wasn't able to stop him after that. But before that, Lamine Yamal lost the ball at the edge of the box. I was quite angry with the way he lost that ball. He was trying to be skillful, a back heel to Pedri, but was intercepted by Lewis Hall, and then Lewis Hall played a ball to Javi Barnes. Javi Barnes squared to Elanga. Overall, he did save for that moment of low, or moment of a bozo moment, as I will call it. Arojo absolutely did what was expected of him. He's not that ultra-attacking fullback, but he did what was expected of him. Omo relatively had a quiet game, save for he came in at the 6th minute when the game was almost over. Javier's part, I see, is developing quite right. I was impressed with the camo. He wasn't beaten, not once, on any one-on-one. Fermin had a relatively quiet game. The game was basically gone when most of these subs were made, and then Szczesny came in for Juan Garcia. I would say it's very troubling that we have lost Eric, and most importantly, Juan Garcia. And from the rumors that are coming out saying he's out for about 2 to 3 weeks. I think this is the best time for that to happen, because the international break is just around the corner. So that gives him 2 weeks to rest up. And then probably the first week after the international break, he will be back for us. I don't know if he can make it for the first leg of the quarterfinals against Atleti, but we're absolutely going to miss him. And he's a crucial part of our game. He makes crucial saves whenever our defenders are far from him. He doesn't leave us exposed. He has basically he has made about 7 saves. How do they call these goalie stats where expected? No, he has saved about 7 goals. That's on average. He has saved us from 7 goals. So that's the dent in the game. Regardless of that, I would say it was an amazing game from us. Kudos to the players and kudos to Hansi Flick. I would like to hear your opinion in the comment section. Please like this video and subscribe. It's your boy Barça Manager. I leave you by saying Visca el Barça.